Hello everyone, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and here we have a little package that's arrived. This came yesterday, I believe, or the day before, I can't remember now. And this has come from Anyz, Tom over in Germany, and you can see there anyz.io or anyz.com or whatever you want to put. Go and have a look at their website, they do some fantastic stuff. And also you'll find that some of their products are available elsewhere. So, what we have in here is a box full of goodies. Now, you will know, here I am, Mr. Unprepared, you will know that I absolutely love these tweezers. These are the Anyz AN059, and these are the sharp pointed tweezers, and these are wonderful for doing very fine work. They are extremely sharp, you can easily stab yourself with them, ask me how I know. Yeah, they're absolutely amazing, and I use them regularly for very, very small detailed work. But obviously, you know, you don't want to use them for anything heavier because you'll bend the tips, but they are very, very good indeed. So now Anyz has come up with these, and these are the super precision curved tweezers, and you can see once again, the packaging is lovely. They have this, the same sort of size as these, the same feel and everything, but they have a curved tip on them, which is going to make them really handy for getting in those little places you want to get into rather than having to go straight in. So and you can see once again they are extremely sharp. You know, they're this card here, you know, straight through, no problem at all. So yeah, they're extremely sharp, and they are very, very nice. And the other beauty with them is you can pick up. I should have found something. I should have got something that was tiny to pick up. But basically with these, I've got a little sprue gate here, so you can pick this up and hold it. And what's nice is when you grip it, the tweezers don't do what so many cheap tweezers do, which is that the ends cross over themselves, and then they end up flicking the part across the room. So with this, you can come and you can pick the part up, and I can squeeze as hard as I like, even to the point where I close them up, and they don't do this overlapping thing, which is really good. So yeah, very, very nice. AN106, and these will be available over on the Anyz website, and it will be on here. There you go again, www.anyz.io. Yes, he has sent me these free of charge, but I only give you honest opinions on whatever I get, and you know, and Tom knows also that if this product wasn't up to scratch, I would say so. That's the way I am. So that's the super precision curved tweezers to go along with the straight ones there. So all ready for some photo etch ship modelling, I think. That was ship modelling, I said. Next out of the box, we've got these two here, and these are toggle switches in 1/32 scale and in 1/48. If you haven't seen these being used, go back and have a look at my 1/32 scale A20 Boston build, or A20 Havoc should I say, and I've used these in the cockpit, and in that build I've done, I must get it back on the bench and finish it, I've done 3 different cockpits. I've done out of the box, I've done Edward, and then I've done Edward and this and all sorts of bits and pieces, and the air scale as well. I made a mixture of parts, but I've used these toggle switches, or the different versions of them. You can see here what we've got. I'm not sure how many there are. It usually says on here how many you get, but it doesn't say. Does it say on the back perhaps? Does it say on the back of the card? No, that's just going to be yeah, it's just health and safety. This is not a toy and for people over 14 sort of thing. Basically there's quite a few there. You can, if I hold them up close, you can pause and count them if you want to. And you can tell me in the comments how many there are. But they are tiny, tiny little toggle switches. In fact, it'd be better if I showed you the 48 scale ones, the 32nd scale ones, I mean, because they will obviously be larger. Now, don't necessarily think that 32nd scale is 32nd scale. You could use these for massive toggle switches on something smaller, or for tiny toggle switches on something larger. But there we go. You can see them there. Absolutely gorgeous, and they're very easy to use. You just literally snap them off, place the hole. You drill like a 0.4mm hole, Come along with your Anyz tweezers, drill a tiny hole, and you can literally come in and just grab them and snap them off. Just like so. And then just put that in the hole. And you can see there is the tiny toggle switch. Okay, and they're absolutely brilliant. And they look amazing when you use them as well. So well worth getting. I also believe for the smaller stuff like this, you can actually buy the program as well. If you've got a 3D printer, you can actually print your own then. So very nice indeed. We've also got a couple of nice little stickers. Work, drink, model, eat, chill, party, sleep, whatever. And these models, Germany. So there we go. And then here we have some hose clamps. And these are basically decals, okay, decals. And as you can see on there, we'll get these open. And these are basically metallic decals, decals. So you can see on there, you have basically got your clamp with the rubber backing. So the type like you see on aircraft and everything, like you can see that he's pictured here. You can see there we've got hose clamps. These are 0.5 to 1 millimeter, and these are 0.2 to 0.4 millimeters. You can see the difference in sizes of them there. So they are lovely, and I will be using these on a forthcoming project, I promise you. I'll be using them actually on a car. So not strictly correct, but they will form a metal band around a hose, which will look better than just having a plain hose. And you can also see there's a stencil, a data clack there, which you can see that Tom also does. And they don't actually have any wording on them, they just have blocks to simulate lettering in the tiny scale for your undercarriage legs and stuff. That's all you need. So that's those. We then have some hydraulic markings. So we've got the different, we've all seen this, the different markings for different hoses, and we've got three sizes there, 72nd, 48th and 32nd. So you can see them there. We'll get these out. So they're a yellow and blue band with the dots. And I can't remember now what that simulates, but I'm sure it'll tell us on here. But you can see we've got the yellow and blue band with the dots in 3 different sizes. So very nice indeed. For best results, prepare the surface of your model with a glossy varnish. Apply a drop of decal setter and softener to enhance adhesion. Let the decals dry before at least 24 hours before covering with clear coat. So yeah, always best to seal these things in. So there we are. So that's your hydraulic hose markings. This is really, really taking modelling to the absolute ultimate extremes of detail now. But they'd be really nice on your Jaguar, wouldn't they? You've got all those hoses in the undercarriage bays. Use them on there. But you can do your references and look at undercarriage bays and you'll see these sort of markings everywhere, all over the place. And then we also have in here, finally, I think this is finally, yeah, that was the invoice there. We have this little book. This is a free copy. Enhanced Detailing, a quick guide to upgrading cockpit panels with precision. So let's get you zoomed in a bit and we'll have a little look at this book, see what we think of it. Right. So a quick guide to upgrading cockpit panels. So if you want to get one of these, you have to make an order, and no doubt he'll put one in the package for you. You can see here, this is an instrument panel, or the side panel, and you can see we've got toggle switches, we've got switches, rotary knobs, buttons, all sorts. You've got the decals on there, and this is all of the Anyz products on there. And you can see how small it is because that is laying in his hand, and you can see there the his fingerprint. So you can see how small that is. So it'll take you through step by step. So here we go. We take the part off the sprue, we remove the detail, and then we sand it smooth. And he's leaving the panel detail. He's not completely removing it as you would with Edward, but he's just sanding out the switches so that it leaves the panel detail. You can see there he's also cut away the throttle quadrant. And then he's got a little Proxon vertical drill, and he's using his Anyz 0.4mm drill bits. If you don't have one of these, you're better off with normal drills than these because these snap very, very easily. These are great for machines, but not good for hand drilling. You can see there he's actually drilling out the instrument panel. And we can see then the panel is now ready for the next step, which is priming and painting. So he's given it a coat of Mr. Surfacer Okay, and then he's given it a coat of silver, and then he's given it a coat of hairspray, and then a coat of the dark grey or whatever he's going to use, and then he's going around and chipping the edges of the panels. Then he's using decals, so he's obviously given it a gloss coat first, and then he's getting out all his different decals. You can see them here. You've got all the different stencils and labels and knobs and everything. So he's using all that. Okay, so there you can see the instrument panel has got the decals on it. Okay, then he's given it a nice coat of matte varnish to seal everything in, and then he's adding some oil paints to weather everything, and then he's got a 3D print. He's designed and 3D printed a more detailed replacement for the throttle, so no doubt you can buy that on his site. Okay, and then he's using knobs. He's got 3D printed resin knobs, toggle switches, pull handles, all sorts of different pieces there. He sells all of these on his site, and you can see here he's painting them first. Okay, and you can see them on their stalks. Just come along after you drill 0.4mm holes, break them off, and then just push them through, and that's it. You can glue them from behind. There you go. So that's how to do a cockpit. As I say, if you go and look at my Havoc build, you'll see me doing it on there, and you can see there's a little advert for some of his other stuff. So there you go, and you get a free decal sheet with orders over €50. So there we are. So that's my little haul from Tom at Anyz. Totally unexpected. I haven't heard from Tom in probably over a year. But I must drop him an email and say thank you for this, and I'm sure he'll be thankful and grateful for this this little video review. So there you can see we've got our tweezers, we've got our book, we've got our decals, and we've got our toggle switches. So thank you very much, Tom. I'll see you all soon. Thank you for watching. As I say, get on over to Anyz. I'll put a link in the description down below, and have a look. He's got some wonderful stuff there for you, all your detailing needs. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.